What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's Daniel and welcome back to our video. Today I'm doing race 6 for the 2024 Zip Buy Now Pay Later 200. Let's go ahead and just jump straight into it. This week in the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series at a half-mile paperclip known as Martinsville Speedway. A racetrack puts on usually some really good racing for the Truck Series, a lot of chaos, some big wrecks that happen at this track, and usually some pretty exciting racing throughout the event. The last time we ran near Martinsville Speedway, we saw Christian Eckes pick up his second victory of 2024. He'll be looking to pick up his fourth win in 2024 and lock his way into the Championship 4 with a win this weekend at Martinsville Speedway. So now we're going to go ahead and jump into picks. But before I go ahead and jump into picks, let's take a look at the weather for this weekend. So the weather for Friday is looking extremely promising. It's going to be 76 degrees high with 50 degrees with a 20% chance of rain with partly cloudy skies. Going to be some really nice weather headed out to Martinsville. It's going to be a little cooler as the night progresses and goes on, but the weather should definitely be really good for this weekend at Martinsville. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the playoff standings going in the final race of the round of 8. So Grant Enfinger is the only driver currently advanced at the moment. He's gone back-to-back with wins at Talladega and Homestead. Corey Heim's 49 points above the cutoff line. Christian Eckes 38 above, and Ty Majeski's 22 points above. Raj Krupp is 22 points below, Taylor Grace 24 below, Tyler Ingram's 41 below, and Nick Sanchez 43 points below. All 4 drivers coming this race below the cutoff line are in must-win situations. They'll need to get a win if they're going to have a chance to make it to the Championship 4 over the 3 guys currently above it. And now we're going to go ahead and jump into picks for this weekend's race at Martinsville. Here's how picks usually work for those who are new. I usually do 2 suck picks, 2 drivers I expect to struggle throughout the weekend who will not have a good run this weekend at Martinsville. I do 2 underdog picks, 2 drivers who I think will really need a good run, who I think will actually have a really good run this weekend, are really good and underfunded equipment. And I do my winners pick, the driver thinks going to win the race overall, and that are the drivers you need to watch out for. And usually for the Craftsman Truck Series and the Xfinity Series as well, I got 4 drivers you need to watch out for along with the race winner. So now let's go ahead and jump into picks. Who are my suck picks for the 2024 Zip Buy Now Pay Later 200? My first suck pick for this weekend at Martinsville is a driver 13 truck for ThorSport Racing, Jake Garcia. Jake Garcia has continued to struggle throughout the 2024 season. He was at one point during the race at Homestead almost outside of the top 30. I know ThorSport has kind of struggled throughout the year, but Jake Garcia has been exceptionally bad. He's not been much better than Hailie Deegan this year. She and him have basically had the same amount of top 10s in the same truck. I just don't trust Jake Garcia to bring the pace and speed. Outside of the super speedways, he just hasn't had the pace and speed to contend. I think is unfortunately going to struggle, and sadly, I think Jake Garcia will not have a good run. I think unfortunately ends up running bad this weekend at Martinsville Speedway. My second suck pick for this weekend at Martinsville is the driver of the 99 truck for ThorSport Racing, Ben Rhodes. Very similar to Jake Garcia, Ben Rhodes just did not have a lot of speed at Homestead Miami Speedway. He was almost outside of the top 20 at one point in this race. And I feel like Ben Rhodes has just not had the pace and speed throughout 2024. He barely made the playoffs this year on points, and he just hasn't had the raw pace and speed to contend on a week-by-week basis. So therefore, I just don't think he'll have the pace and speed to contend. I sadly think he's going to struggle, and I think he will end up not running very well for sure this weekend at Martinsville Speedway in the 99 truck. And now we'll go ahead and jump on the underdog picks for the Zip Buy Now Pay Later 200. Who are my underdog picks? My first underdog pick for this weekend at Martinsville is a driver to 7 truck for Spire Motorsports, Connor Zillage. Connor Zillage is making his first ever NASCAR Top Series start here at Martinsville Speedway. But Connor Zillage always can get the best out of equipment. And I feel like the Spire trucks, especially on short tracks, have been really quick. And remember, Connor Zillage won the pole at Bristol not too long ago. Well, he did end up getting crashed by his teammate Chase Purdy in the event. I think that Connor Zillage is going to have a really strong run this weekend. I think he's going to have a good chance and opportunity to at least get a top 10 for sure, maybe an outside chance at a top 5. I think Connor Zillage will have the pace and speed for sure to contend. I think he'll do a really good job for sure this weekend at Martinsville Speedway. My second underdog pick for this weekend at Martinsville is a driver of the Ford truck for Hettinger Racing, Brett Moffitt. Brett Moffitt is back in the Truck Series for, I believe, the 3rd or 4th time in 2024, and it's with a new team and new organization. This team is an organization built off of Brett Holmes Racing, which is shut down. They're no longer going to be around for 2024 and 2025. they've picked a really good driver to come in because Brett Moffitt is a solid driver on short tracks, and Brett Moffitt is one of the best free agents out there currently at the moment. He's had some good runs so far with Tricon this year, and I think that Brett Moffitt is going to run really strong with this team. They've got the owner's points also in really good shape going into the event. I think Brett Moffitt's going to run really well, and I think he'll have the speed for sure to contend for a good finish this weekend at Martinsville Speedway. And now we're going ahead and jump onto the winner's pick for the 2024 Zip Buy Now Pay Later 200. Who is my winner's pick? The driver who I'm picking to win this weekend at Martinsville has already won 2 races so far in 2024. Those are coming at Milwaukee and Bristol Motor Speedway. And this guy has been really strong in the second half of the year. The driver I'm picking to win this weekend is a driver 38 truck for Farmer Motorsports, Lane Riggs. I think Lane Riggs is going to get his 3rd win of 2024. Lane Riggs has been on fire in the second half of this year. He had a really good run at Homestead going before unfortunately ran out of gas. He, of course, like I said, won Milwaukee and Bristol, and this 38 team is really starting to come on strong. So therefore, I think Lane Riggs is going to have the pace and speed to contend. From Rose looking a lot stronger. I think Lane Riggs comes off and picks up his 3rd win of 2024 in dominating fashion this weekend at Martinsville Speedway. I think Lane Riggs ends up getting the crown and winning this weekend. And now we're going ahead and jump onto the drivers you need to watch out for this weekend at Martinsville. Who should you have your eyes out on? The first driver to watch out for this weekend at Martinsville is the driver of the 98 truck for ThorSport Racing, Ty Majeski. Ty Majeski is one of the best short trackers in the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series. I don't think he's ever won a truck race at Martinsville, but he's always been up front. If they can bring the same strategy and same speed they had at Homestead Miami Speedway, I think he's got a really good chance and opportunity. We know he's been good on these types of tracks throughout the year. He, of course, won at IRP. Also, I believe, won at Richmond as well, if I'm not mistaken. I think Ty Majeski is going to have a really strong chance and opportunity to potentially get win number 3 of 2024 this weekend at Martinsville Speedway. The second driver to watch out for this weekend at Martinsville is a driver of the 11 truck for Tricon Garage, Corey Heim. Corey Heim's already pretty much guaranteed into the championship 4, but I think he's going to have a good chance to win. He has won here previously in Martinsville back in 2023 when they did the rain tires and called the race early, but he had a really strong truck throughout the event and dominated, beating drivers like Kyle Busch and I believe Christian Eckes throughout the event as well. I think Corey Heim's going to be very, very fast. This 11 truck's been strong throughout the year. He had a chance to win Homestead. He's looking for redemption. I think he's got a good chance and opportunity to get that redemption this weekend at Martinsville. The third driver to watch out for this weekend at Martinsville is a driver in the 19 truck for McAnally Hilgeman, Christian Eckes. Like I mentioned already, Christian Eckes won the last time we were here at Martinsville, and I think he's been one of the best short track racers so far in 2024, with all 3 of his wins coming at tracks that are 1.3 miles or shorter. And Christian, while he's fallen off a little bit the last couple weeks, I think that this is going to be a big turnaround weekend for Christian. I think he's going to have the pace and speed to contend, and I think that 19 truck is going to come with some really big speed. I think it'll be a major factor and contender, and I think he has a good chance and opportunity to get win number 4 of 2024 this weekend at Martinsville and maybe lock his way to the championship 4. And a fourth final driver that I think you should watch out for this weekend at Martinsville is a driver to 71 truck for Spire Motorsports, Roger Carruth. The drivers currently below the cutoff line, I think Raja is the most likely to make it. And here's why. Raja at Bristol had a super strong performance, had a top 5 run all night and finished in 2nd place. And I feel like Raja has had some really strong runs throughout the 2024 season on the short track. So I think he's going to be very fast this weekend. I think he's going to have a good chance and opportunity. And I would not be surprised or shocked if Roger Carruth pulls off the upset and gets win number 2 of 2024 this weekend at Martinsville. So, those are my race picks for the 2024 Zip Buy Now, Pay Later 200 at Martinsville. Just a reminder, my suck picks are Jake Garcia, Ben Rhodes. My underdog picks are Connor Zilisch, Brett Moffitt. My winner's pick is Lane Riggs. And the ones to watch out for, Ty Majeski, Corey Heim, Christian Eckes, and Roger Carruth. Those are my race picks. So, that is going to be it for the race picks video for the 2024 Zip Buy Now, Pay Later 200. I want to thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe to the channel, notifications on, so if I win a video, does go live on my channel. Follow me to Facebook and Instagram and support me on Patreon as well. Links description below and comment your picks below for this weekend at Martinsville. Tell me your suck picks, tell me your underdog picks, tell me your winners pick, and let me know drivers you're watching out for this weekend in Martinsville. Let me know your picks in the comments below. I don't think there's going to be any more videos dropping today on the channel. Tomorrow we're going to have, of course, a news video discussing news over the course of the last couple days, and we are also going to have the race picks for the NASCAR Xfinity Series race at Martinsville. Sunday we'll have race picks for the NASCAR Cup race at Martinsville, and of course the paint scheme video, and then Friday we should have a news video along with the race reactions to the Truck Series race in Martinsville, and then Saturday we'll basically have reactions to Cup qualifying, and we'll also basically have the Xfinity review along with the Shane Van Gisbergen video dropping, and then Sunday we'll have the Cup review, the starting lineup, and probably another Shane Van Gisbergen video dropping. Got a ton of great content dropping over the course of the next couple days that I can't wait for you guys to check out. So anyways, like I said, I want to thank you guys for watching today's episode, and I'll see you guys next time for more great, awesome NASCAR content and other motorsports content on the channel like this. Take care, everybody.